Charlie. Roll tide, roll, say it loud. He don't give a piss about nothing but the tide. Bama blood in his veins, got that crimson pride. F them trees, yeah, we said it out loud. And I love honeybees, now play it proud. We talking football, basketball, big time recruits. If they ballin' in the South, we lacing up the truth. Hood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie. Tougher than nails, smooth, not sorry. Roll tide, roll, it's in the soul. From Tuscaloosa to the Super Bowl. Wood piano man plays better than three-stroke Charlie.
Oh, there we go. There we are. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Truthful Thursday here on the Long Run with your boy Piano Man. Y'all know how I do it. I don't do any preliminaries and everything. Hey, welcome. Wait a minute, I gotta do this right though. I gotta do this right. I really do. I have to do this exactly right. Y'all know what's about to happen, don't you? Y'all already know. What's up, Bishop? Good morning. It's the one, it's the only. It's Mr. Forge Forward Only by Fire. What's up, Bishop? Good morning.
What's good? What's shaking? What's popping? How's my family?
Man, everything happening. What you want to happen. I'm telling you, what you want to happen.
Hey, did we survive tree elimination?
Man, listen. Okay, call in. This is just for you. Here you go. That's what I'm talking about. She said, let that play.
I'll let you butterfly.
I wish that I could find the I wish that I could find the actual, just the whole clip of that of just that song, not just a snippet with our gang, you know, with the Albert gang on it. I want the whole song because that's a nice little groove that's right there. And, you know, I like that. But that fits Bishop right there, man. I just like that. And Bishop, how are you, my man?
Hey, man, I'm thankful to be alive. I'm up, I'm rocking, and he gave me another breath, so I am a walking miracle. Receive it.
That's right. And guess what? And because Bishop said that, guess what? We all are, because we all fit in that same category.
All the other little ships. You better receive it. You better not miss your blessing. That was a blessing tossed out to you. You better receive it.
Because check this out. Didn't I tell y'all, we may have come over here on different ships, but we in the same boat now. And
let's go.
So let's go, man. We in here. Let's do this thing. I got to do something. There we go. There we are. It's 10 of y'all in this chat. And look here. I need the rest of y'all hit that like button. I'm running it from 2 or 3 different devices today, Bishop.
Oh,
and so yeah, I'm making sure everything is on the everything. Yeah, we need the happiness today. But you know what? But I'm gonna
I released something in the
I every day when I'm doing a show, see, I keep my gumbo chefs on their toes. I just give one word and I let them decipher which way Piano Man is going. And sometimes it'll happen through the show. Sometimes it'll happen right off the word go. And sometimes it just happens, you know, at whatever the light will come on of what's being said or what's being done. And this morning, the key word this morning was just truth. And Bishop, and thankful for everybody in the chat. We're not going to do what we normally do today because I got some things I want to get off my chest. And but first of all, I want to talk about how how grateful I am, as Bishop said, to be here. I texted the gumbo chefs last night and I said, we're going to play this by ear, because at the time that I text everybody, I had no lights. We had no water. And all of that, somehow or another, a broken main came, Bishop. It occurred during the time of the storm.
That could get fixed. Mm.
And so they sent out an alert for us not to mess with the water in the out of the faucet, and things like that. But I want to tell you this. This makes I don't know. I've been living here basically all my life, if you will. And Bishop, this was a different type tornado that passed over last night. I thank the Lord for the fact that it rained. It was raining. It was hailing and it was raining at the same time. So when the storm came over from the west of me, which is Purvis, which is about from the Tuscaloosa, Northport area, like that, Bishop, is like in your back door in a kind of sort of way, depending on which way you're coming.
Right.
It's right there. It came from over that away. Last time a storm did that, Bishop, you could literally hear when that tornado hit the ground right out there in my pasture. I mean, you could literally hear it.
Wow.
You can literally hear it.
Gotcha.
And this time, Bishop, it was a different feel because this time it came from a different direction, but from the same town. If that makes any sense.
Okay.
It more or less came from the front,
yeah. I'm in Tornado Alley. I got you.
Yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I just said, wow. And but as quick as it came, it went. It went. Now I have yet to go outside. I've looked outside, but I have yet to go outside to inspect, to see what's what. I know our vehicles sort of took a little damage with the hail, but I don't think it was that bad. I really don't. But I'm thankful to the Lord, man, because I didn't tell you all something the other day. There are two right behind me, right outside my window, in which this room in which I do the long run in, right outside me in that same field, about 20 feet from me, Bishop, there are two pine trees. Both of them are dead. The other day in the middle of a show, one of the pine trees, the top fell out of it. And when it hit the ground, I said, what is that? I said that to myself. I did not alert you all. When the show was over, I looked outside. The top of the pine tree had fallen, but it had fallen in the pasture and not on the house. So we got to get those taken down. So yes, I have every reason to be thankful, but I'm not just thankful when God brings me through storms, Bishop. I'm just thankful that God brings me through life, period. My good days, my bad days, my up days, my down days. I'm thankful that he does that for me. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Let's go on. Okay, there we go. I'm thankful that he does that for me. He does that for all of us. And when we take those times of here at the long run, and I ask Bishop to pray, or I ask others to pray and everything, or I pray and everything. Don't think that we're just up here showing off or everything. No, we're just showing off our God. and we're showing off how grand he is and how great he is. So this morning, as I always do, Bishop, I'm going to ask you to pray a prayer of thanksgiving, but also protection, because just like someone was in the storm, and I'm thankful so far, I have not heard of any fatalities. Now, I've heard of loss of structures and this and that and the third. And
Which
like
can
you
be
told
read.
me, those things can be replaced.
Yeah.
But when we lose a life, those things cannot be replaced. So I haven't heard anything about any fatalities. I am so grateful. I'm not going to knock on wood or anything of that nature. I'm just going to thank the Lord above for protecting us. So, Bishop, if you would you pray a prayer of thanksgiving as well as a prayer of protection for everyone today that may be going through? It may not be the storm like we had last night. It may just be personal storms, because everybody has something that they're going through. So, Bishop, would you just lead us in prayer?
I sure will. Lord, first and foremost, thank you for waking us up, breathing another breath, which is a miracle in itself. So therefore, we are walking miracles, talking to one another, communicating. Then therefore, we are family. Lord, we give you praise, glory, and admiration that your dunamis power of blood was shed in 7 different places to redeem us, to buy us back, to give us a blank check, so that way we can do all things through Christ that strengthen, because strengthen means that we're moving forward and being promoted. Now, this is a new foundation of life. Let it illuminate every step that we take and allow us to realize that it's not our steps, but your steps in the sand. And we're just on top of your shoulders. And we give you the praise, glory, and thanksgiving that you and you alone are the audience of one. And we are just the body that adheres to it. Lord, we just give you praise for giving us a breath, to giving us life, for protecting us when those fire test storms come, that you know certain things have to be removed so that we could be promoted. And there's the only way you can do that is if you heat up gold, the impurities rise to the top. So whatever's left is the purest of gold. And Lord, just like the gold, we are your children, and we are forged forward only by fire. And Lord, I now decree and declare over this entire body of children and anybody that's listening right now, that by the dunamis power of blood and the healing balm of Gilead, you are now healed, made whole, and set free. Only if you're willing to decree and declare it right now that you receive it out loud, now on earth as it is in heaven. For it has been sent this day that a double portion jubilee of anointing and prosperity be released into your life, only if you do your part and receive it now on earth as it is in heaven. And Yeshua HaMashiach, mighty majestic name, Jesus Christ of Nazareth, amen and amen.
And it is so. It is done. It's decreed. It's declared. And as Bishop says, it is in the courts of heaven. It is found innocent. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. And just be thankful for that, because understand, hold up, we were made from the dirt, and we got some boy, when he opened up my last door, I shuddered, because it's a door that I, used to try to keep closed. But understand, it's a reason, because it's time for him to use his conduits.
Yeah. And so I'm thankful for what's going. I'm thankful for what's happening. Wait a minute, let me see something here. All right, we got you, Governor. We got you. We got you. You handle business where it needs to be handled.
We got you.
We got you. We got you. You just handle business. And Bishop, I'm believing the Lord for something that is virtually impossible as far from man's standards are concerned. But it's something that I'm believing God for. I'm believing Yeshua HaMashiach for. And it's got something to do with this show. It's got something to do with this show. I'm not saying what it is right now, but I'm believing him for something. And I just believe in what you just said. And so the other day you're gonna find this kind of comical, but I was just kind of meditating, and I thought about something that you say, that when you pray about the 7 different places of that our Lord was bruised, right?
Mhm.
And I said, and and I said, well, Lord, you know what? That don't just include our physical healings and just our
Mm-mm.
spiritual healing, but that
Mm-mm.
even include every aspect of life,
Life.
you know,
Hmm.
everything. And so
Everything.
I asked him for something. I asked him that same healing blood would go off into something that I'm asking for. I'm not going to reveal what it is right now, but when it comes to pass, I'm going to tell y'all about it. Y'all going to see me laughing because it's going to be real. It's going to be not be funny because of of what it is. It's going to be funny because it came to pass. It came to pass that when Bishop said that, I took it and I've taken that and I've applied it to this particular area, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it come to pass, and I'm looking for it to come to pass real soon. I'm
Yeah.
looking, so I'm gonna pass
Yeah.
this. So anyway, but before we get off into this truth and everything, I was sent something. Allow me to read this to you all. Uh, bu- 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 Allow me to read this.
Be
And
right back.
this was actually sent to me yesterday. I read some of it, but with the storm and everything, I didn't get a chance to finish it. But we gonna all finish it together. But allegations against UAB softball coach Taylor Smart include abuse, racist remarks, and NCAA violations. Sources within the program allege misconduct, including racist remarks, abuse, and potential NCAA Title IX violations as UAB opens conference tourney play. When the American Athletic Conference softball, there we go, Bishop, that American Athletic Conference, there we go again. And
Yep.
remember,
Yep.
UAB is a part of that conference. So here we go. But we're talking softball for a minute. Uh, when the American Athletic Conference softball tournament begins on Wednesday with the contest between the University of Alabama Birmingham Blazers and the Tulsa Golden Hurricanes. Tulsa's in it. One team will be without its head coach. The
Right.
2026 UAB Blazers started the year with a dream of reaching Oklahoma City. And as they endured unimaginable trauma during preseason conditioning and throughout the regular season, the dream quickly turned into their worst nightmare. The nightmare began almost as soon as Taylor Smart arrived in Birmingham in August of 2024. What followed, according to sources within the program, raised serious concerns, including claims of racist remarks, physical and mental abuse, an inappropriate relationship between Smart, director of operations, Julie Money, and a student athlete, as well as NCAA violations and Title IX violations. Lord. Smart has been away from the program since the evening of Friday, April 25th, and did not coach the final 5 games of the regular season. Money traveled with the team for its 3-game series at Florida Atlantic, but did not stay at the team hotel or participate in non softball activities. She also did not travel for the conference tournament. All right. The terror began. I'm going to take the time and read this. The terror began in 2025 when former UAB mom, Lindsay Dupree, was forced to watch her daughter, Auburn's mental health deteriorate because of racist comments and body shaming. Unfortunately, her senior year became a profoundly distressing experience that has had a lasting impact on her mentality. Dupree wrote in an email to UAB administrators. that she shared with Softball on Sports Illustrated. Throughout that season, come on now, let's see, because they're getting a lot of, I'm reading it straight from Twitter, and that chat is really jumping today. Unfortunately, her senior year became a profoundly distressing experience that has had a lasting impact on her mentality. Okay. Throughout that season, I read that. Throughout that season, my daughter was repeatedly subjected to what I can only describe as mental and verbal abuse. There were deeply concerning remarks made by Coach Smart regarding my daughter's appearance, including racially insensitive comments about her braided hairstyle, which were referred to as jailhouse braids. Such comments are unacceptable in any profession or educational setting. Let's see what else is being said. Another parent who asked for anonymous, okay, out of fear for their child, told Softball on Sports Illustrated that Smart told their daughter to stop spending time with her charred friends. Auburn Dupree, who finished her playing career after the 2025 season, reiterated what her mother told Softball on SI and said that coming forward was a way to end the UAB softball chapter of her life. The former UAB Blazer struggled to find the words to describe her senior year and admitted that her mental health crumbled after the head coach told her that her teammates voted her as the moodiest player on the team. One of Dupree's former teammates came to her defense and spoke at length about how the team was made to believe that she was a horrible person because of Smart. She is manipulative and makes you second guess your worth as a player, a friend, and just as a human, she told Softball on via text. This player also mentioned that it was her parents who decided it was time for a meeting with the administration because she didn't want to wake up and endure the wrath of Smart all over again. Turns out they weren't alone. Others eagerly joined them and met with Athletic Director Mark Ingram, Deputy Athletic Director Dan Carlson, and Compliance Director Katricia Lewis-Verrett on Thursday, April 23rd and Friday, April 24th. Check this out. Another incident that triggered the meeting was when a player walked in on Smart, Money, and a teammate on the couch in her apartment in a compromising position. Kill the visual. A complaint which was obtained by Softball was filed at the meeting. The coach maintains an inappropriately close relationship with a specific player, including sleeping over at the player's residence, the complaint reads. In total, Softball on SI spoke with 10 people with ties to the softball program, 4 current student athletes, 4 parents, and 4 former student athletes, and a booster. The majority asked for anonymity, however you say that, out of fear of retaliation against them or their daughters. The physical abuse showed up while UAB was competing at East Carolina on March 27, 2026. During the team's first game of the series, Smart allegedly punched one of the players twice. All 4 students confirmed the incident, and details describing what happened were revealed in an email obtained by Softball on SI. I am writing to report an incident I witnessed during the ECU versus UAB softball game yesterday, Friday, March 27th, says the March 28th email, and it tells all who was involved. While observing from the first base dugout area, I saw the UAB head coach punch a player in the dugout. Following the incident, I noticed the player began to tear up, appearing to be in physical pain or distress. This occurred during the end of the game. I want to bring this matter to your attention for further review. Gilbert replied to the email with thank you for sharing and will forward to the appropriate people. The student athletes also mentioned threats of physical punishment. All 4 current players spoke about times when Smart would threaten to loosen their buttholes with her fingers. She told me countless times she would take me in the bathroom, loosen my asshole for me, one of the players said. This is getting depressing. The alleged physical abuse also showed up in the offseason when Smart introduced a couple of dangerous preseason conditioning workouts. The head coach commanded the team to push assistant coach Anna Shellnutt's Toyota 4Runner. Shellnutt sat in the driver's seat of the car and watched as the Blazers were instructed to get her SUV moving and then sprint ahead of the vehicle to stop it. All 5,000 pounds with just their body weight. Divided the teams. The student athletes followed directions, no matter how dangerous they were. She forced Coach Shellnutt to put her 4Runner in neutral, and we would have to push it down to the football parking lot, run ahead of it while moving, stop it, and then start pushing it again. A current member of the Blazers softball team told us anyway. Wow. And one of my teammates almost actually ran over doing it. She tripped and fell, and the car almost went over her. And then it goes on. It gets worse, Bishop. It gets worse.
Yeah, clear the. Y'all better. Y'all better let me rip. Let me rip.
This is disgusting.
Understand what we just heard. See, this is the type of stuff that normally would be swept underneath the rug. But the rug in 2020 has been pulled. And now this type of stuff, this is nothing, what's so sad, it's nothing new. We have heard rivers of this throughout our years of living, but they never found anything to it because, wink, wink, they couldn't find any inclusive evidence to support. Wink. I will say this. Any of those that are listening that were a part of that, God will fight your battle. And anytime they hurt any of his babies, he gets involved. And understand, if you withstood that fire test and he wanted to try to body shame, please, you better be thankful that all I can say is you guys are well taken care of. And if anybody body shames, ain't nobody perfect. Some flaws are more seen and all, but understand we all his children because it's the same dirt he blew into. So what are you talking about your family about? And not only that, what are you doing? If you're in leadership, but that's okay. What's done in the dark will come to the light.
And Bishop, and I know this is not Bama football. This has nothing to do with football, but it has something to do with life. Bishop, when I read things like this, Dwight said it burst, and shout out to everybody in the chat this morning. Gwen, shout out to you, Stephen Hicks, William Bryan, Double A, Carla. I even see Bama Hater in here, Keith Holcomb, all of y'all, Corey, all of y'all. But Dwight said something. Tough as nails. Good to see you, my brother. Roll Tide. Let me see, where is it at? I got to put it in here, and I'm glad that he said it this way. Something Dwight. Here we go. Dwight says, "What in the Penn State world is going on here?" Because thank you, my brother. Thank you to my producer, Dwight. Because Bishop, this is what it puts me in the mind of.
Yeah.
This is the same stuff. This is the same type stuff. It leads to stuff that went on at Penn State. And Bishop, can I just be honest with you right here?
Go
When
ahead.
Dwight says that, I want to be honest with everyone. When that Penn State incident happened, I stopped watching college football for a while. That took the wind out of my sails. It did. That hurt. And it caused me, Bishop, to be more cognizant of what was going on around me as a human being, not just as someone who loves sports, not just from someone who has coached it, who has played it, but just someone who's now living life, who has children, and now who has grandchildren. And Bishop, I don't play this kind of stuff. Like what you said, that body shaming stuff. Let me tell you something. Many a person has hurt themselves because somebody had made fun of them in how they looked, how they wore their hair, even down to how they smell, this, that, and the third, which in some cases, there were some things that could not be helped. And we don't think about that when we're shaming people. We don't think about that. And it's something Bishop just said, and I'm glad you said it. And Bishop, what I'm about to say, I really want you to hone in on this. None of us created ourselves. None of us did. None of us had anything to do with our DNA. None of us did. I didn't make myself. Let me tell y'all something. The ideal me, I wanted to be. Now, Bishop, you're going to laugh at this. The ideal me, I wanted to be 6'11", 250 pounds. That's what I wanted to be. Well, the 250-pound part, I got right. I missed the 6'11" part almost by a foot. Came up real short right there. Because of my parents were short. And that's what happened right there. Now, I'm taller than both of my parents, but the odds of me being 6'11" was slim to a negative. It was just that simple. But to body shame people because they're short, to body shame them because I'm gonna go and say, since we all grown here, to body shame them because maybe in the females' vernacular, maybe their breasts are big or their breasts are small or their booty is big or they don't have any at all. That has nothing to do with them. They didn't create themselves. None of us did, Bishop. But like Bishop said, God blew in the dust and created us. And we are who we are. And I can appreciate everybody up in the chat anywhere. But I will never shame you because of the fact that you are you. You are you.
Got it.
You are you. I'm just saying, Bishop. This is sickening. I couldn't even read the end of it because it's sickening. It's sickening.
And I want to, I just want people to hear me that's in the back. Ask yourself, for so long, when we played a dozen, a lot of people use different vernacular and body parts to try to shame. But this is a totally different aspect when you actually do it without their consent. I want to make that very clear. When you are in leadership, on top of that, you have a obligation that when we send our children to you, to be representative of an extension of us in their midst, and will act accordingly. I will say this: I am taken back,
Mhm.
and I say to all that were affected, that's ever been in any type of position, it does not go unseen.
Mhm.
And you have an Abba Father that will get your back. And to all of those who have done that, Teshiva, Teshiva, Teshiva. Teshiva means to repent, repent, repent.
Mhm.
Because remember, he's coming back soon. Don't allow that to be a part of your portion. But in the meantime, stuff like this helps us to remind us that, believe it or not, we better be thankful that we're not cookie cutters, because we all come in our certain sizes. And guess what? I love me some me. And
Mhm.
ain't nobody gonna say anything that, listen, when he gave me a second chance after dying and going to meet him, and you gonna say some words? Well, baby, I'm Gumbo, and he sent me back to tell you he's coming soon. What
Mhm.
you gonna do about it? Your arms are too short to fight with him.
And I don't even try. Arms too short and hands too small. I'm just, what's up, Alonzo? Good to see you.
So
But
with
like,
that, hey, we know it's a tough situation. We pray for, first and foremost, we pray for anybody that was affected by this. Uh, if you listen to the type of stuff they were doing, just in what they were doing gives
Mhm.
credence that, not to allegedly, that this was going on. Because if you're pushing a car and you know good and well how heavy that car is, and yeah, that just tells me you're unorthodox, and where there's smoke, there's fire. So allegedly, you got some explaining to do.
I'm gonna tell you what, man. And hey, Alonzo, yeah, I heard about Brookhaven. Brookhaven is about like an hour west of me, I think. I used to work over in that area, Macomb, and man, it gets crazy over there. I'm praying for all my Brookhaven brothers and sisters. Uh, but Alonzo, keep me posted, bro. Keep me posted. Keep me posted. But this thing with UAB and double A, you're exactly right. A lot of people may say, what does have to do with Bama? It has everything to do with Bama. Why? It has everything to do with Bama. It has everything to do with Georgia. It has everything to do with Mississippi State, Notre Dame. I'm about to say Michigan. Shucks, Michigan's still going through it. It has everything to do with life because, like what she said, UAB and Bama are all under the same umbrella. And I'm gonna tell you something. And Bishop, this is what part that bothers me in all of this. When you go back, and I suggest that you read the article. I suggest that you read the article and you will see exactly what's being said. But in cases like this, it's always something else that's going to come with this. Mark my word. It's going to be something else up under this that this article didn't even bring out. It's going to be, I guess what I'm saying, it's more to it.
Yeah,
It's more
yeah.
to it.
There's
This
more
coach
to it.
is in
And
trouble.
then I will say this: this is why you need to keep the open communication with your children and your grandchildren when they go to these said universities. Not that you're assuming anything will happen, but you want, if anything like this is happening, you want them to feel free without any judgment or anything from you. You just take on the considerate and make sure you go take the proper steps to make sure it's not true.
I'm gonna tell you what part that got to me is when she said what she said. uh Throughout the season, my daughter was repeatedly subjected to what I can only describe as mental and verbal abuse. There were deeply concerning remarks made by the head coach concerning my daughter's appearance, including racially insensitive comments about her braided hair, which were referred to as jailhouse braids. Such comments are unacceptable in any professional or educational setting. When she also referred to when you have a coach and made little statements like, be careful of your charred friends. The coach, in my opinion, was using language there, colorful language, if you will, but she used it in a way that would be more or less opinion of how the term was being used. You know what I'm saying? Because when you use that word charred, yeah, we understand what it also means, but charred also means in another sense something else, and everything. And she used that word to be smart. But when you sitting up there and you verbally abuse over, you've been consistent with it, then everybody knew what you meant. Everybody knew. And even if you didn't mean it, your priors, it's gonna lump it into that same bucket. It's gonna lump it into the same bucket. I'm sorry. She's done. She's done. She's through. And I'm talking about, don't get me wrong, the Lord does forgive, and we understand that, and we got that. That we're not saying that that he doesn't, that the Lord does not. But what I am saying is that there are consequences for your actions. There are consequences.
Facts.
And so I'm gonna go on and give credit. I thank you, Double A, for sending that to me. And like I said, I started on it, but when all this brouhaha outside started, everything stopped. You know what I'm saying? So, but I went on and finished reading it so all of you all could hear it. And I'm just saying, that university needs our prayers.
Yeah.
Like Bishop said, everybody that's involved needs our prayers. They need our thoughts. They need our good thoughts. They do.
Not only that, I want to bring something else up. Let's be cognitive of the colorism that goes on in our families. And you guys know what I'm talking about. Light skin versus dark skin. I hate that. Me and mom, I love all my people. I don't care how you come. It's the content of what your character reigns supreme, how you carry yourself. Understand, I'm so glad you don't look like me because I can glean from you, you glean from me.
That's it. That's it.
And that comes from love of a certain entity that resides in us because we all have like seeds if we only acknowledge and receive it. But see, we're so busy trying to one up that we forgot that the game is stopped. And we're living real life.
Exactly. I'm just saying, man, Colt, Bishop, this has thrown me for a loop to hear this, and then knowing that all of the story has not been told. Just stay, and in the words of when they have breaking news on TV, stay tuned for further development. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna be more to this. It's gonna be more to this story. It's gonna be more to it. But I pray for everybody involved, including the perpetrators. I pray for them too. I pray for them. So thank you, Double A, for sending that to me, and everything. And I told you all that that we were going to do more than just talk about Alabama football. I told you all that. So I'm holding true to my word. So wow.
But on a different tip, this is why we need to make sure don't let your anger go down before you sleep. Make sure you that there's certain things. Yeah, you gonna step on my last corn. I know that, but don't let it fester.
Hmm.
Go ahead and forgive them because it's not your battle in the first place to fight.
Hmm. That's it.
If it's not your battle, then what you holding on to? Oh, okay. So you want to be included, huh? Well, then
Mm.
when you're included, then that means you got to do repentance as well. Is that what you want? You have a choice.
Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna say, I'm just gonna say this. I'm not gonna make this, and we're gonna move on because we
Yeah.
got something that we got to talk about. But I'm not gonna
Understand.
make this a political thing or a sexist thing, because the world is got enough issues with all that going on right about now. And I told y'all that I don't do that over here. I let you make that own determination within your own persona, within your own minds, in your own decisions and everything. I'm not here to talk about uh, no particular. I'm not here to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not here to propagate any political party. It doesn't matter to me. The Lord has it all in control, and at His time He shall make His appearance, and that'll be the end of that. That's how I see it. It's just that simple. But in between all of that time, all I can do, Bishop, is pray. All I can do is pray, live my life to the best of what the Lord has called me to do,
Yeah.
and the assignment that He's given me. And in this particular assignment, He's given me just to pray and to
There,
love everybody. And that's the
there you go.
best way that I can show that he lives, is by doing what He says do. And just do that to my best. That's it. That's all I can do. But Bishop
What's up
on to
on the
something.
dock, Doc?
But Bishop on to something else. On to something else. I sent the gumbo chefs this morning the word truth.
Hmm.
Truth.
I know you did. You think you slick? Yeah, yeah, I caught it.
And that's all I said was truth. I'm a different I'm a different type guy. When it comes down to shows, I watch a lot of shows and I glean from a, Bishop, like what you said. We can glean from each other. Well, I watch, listen to different podcasts, this, that, and the third. And because I have a panel and everything, I designed it to be a different type panel. And when I designed it this way, I wanted I wanted my panel to use their own brain, not be a yes man around me. Uh, use your own brain, and then we can all glean from each other. Now, if they're totally wrong about something, then I'm gonna say, well, that's not quite how you want to approach that without anybody falling out. But when I go look up the word truth, I see where it says like it's a reality, it's a fact, something that is actual.
Mm-hmm.
Actual.
Mm-hmm.
A reality, fact, actual. Documentation beats conversation. Truth. The documentation of an actual event, the documentation of a real event, the documentation of a fact, factual. That's what truth is. It had to have happened. That's what truth is. What truth does is reveal, just like in that article we just read. The truth came out, or the truth is coming out, and there are more truths that are coming, that are on the way because of an actual factual reality. That's what truth is. Well, my little brain got to working about this Truthful Thursday. In our camp, Bishop, in our camp, I listen to everything. I listen to everything. In our camp lies many factions about the Alabama Crimson Tide football team. In our camp will lay a lot of truths, but they're really more opinion than it is truth. All right. The truth of the matter is, when I go and I look at Coach Kalen DeBoer, the truth is that I think he's a good coach. He's a good coach that was put in a precarious position, or he put himself in it. Let's put it that way. He put himself in it because he took the job of replacing truth. Some people have a different opinion, but the truth of the matter is a coach who has won multiple college football championships at one school. You only see that in the likes of a John Wooden. I'm talking college now. A Pat Summitt, a Gino Ariema,
Patty Gaskell.
Say that again, Coach.
Patty Gaskell.
Yes. And countless others. The truth of the matter is that they become icons in that sport, in that arena. But when someone comes along and replaces them, the truth is, Bishop, yes, that program sort of hits a spiral a little bit, or it loses some steam, especially in this case. It lost some steam. Here's my Truthful Thursday nugget, Bishop. But it's in the form of a question.
Okay.
Is Kalen DeBoer? Yes, Eddie Robinson. Thank you, Bama Hater.
Yeah. Thank you for not. We
Eddie
don't
Robinson. And
forgive us for that. Yeah.
Thank you, Bama Hater. And may I also throw in Bama Hater would Bob Hill from Jackson State. Wouldn't he be
love
in that same arena? Marino Kasem, Dave Whitney from Alcorn basketball. Those guys were icons in their particular sport, doing their job. Those guys are icons. But when their replacement comes, sometimes it takes a while for them, because every team is going to go through what Bishop so passionately calls, eloquently says, their fire test. And some fire tests last a little longer than others. Why? Because certain things happen within those fire tests and within those programs. So which leads me to this truth in the form of a question. Let's not talk development. Let's not talk this, that, and the third. Let's not talk development. Let's not talk buddy system. Let's not talk let's not talk 4-2-5. Let's not talk pro spread. Let's just talk straight up, Bishop. Chat, join in this. This goes. This, you can join in with this too. Is Kalen DeBoer the right fit for Alabama? Go ahead,
Yes.
Bishop.
Yes, he is. Because he answered the call when he knew it would be a fire test. And only certain people that are chosen and that can handle, because he knew following said Nicholas Saban, that means you got to know what comes with the job. You know, you are replacing. See, it wasn't Nicholas Saban that gave himself those accolades. It was us by seeing what he kept putting out on the field and how he was racking it up, said championships, and how he propelled the game. He changed the game. He's a game changer because he would never allow for insensitivity to fall within his camps. He was his own fire test because he would not allow for any lack to reside in his camp. So when you have someone like that, he's a forerunner and he's a world changer. And what happened is now you following that, the standard is already been established. But once again, I can't wear his armor. It wasn't built for me. I can only do me. And in order to do that and build it in my image, I have to use what I brought to the table, knowing that I'm going to be said, looked at, and evaluated. And I know that comes with the job, but understand it takes a certain type of character to take it in spite of.
I asked, was he the right fit for the job? And and everybody in here said yes, but J. Cole said, I'm going to have to, here we go. He said, I don't know yet. I got to see what he does this season.
And you know what, J. Cole, I appreciate that. That's his truth. Because guess what? There's validity to that. Because understand, guess what you had to do? He had to do tear it down to the stubs. This sounds vaguely familiar, huh? What did I tell you about Coach Brent Venables when he took over for Lincoln Riley? He had to tear it down to the studs. And it's just now where we're coming into relevance. And we still got to prove it. Because 1 year doesn't make you changed everything. You still got to keep growing, keep moving forward. But the thing is, you knew that you had to tear it down to the studs and rebuild it. So that's where he's at. He's rebuilding it. But in the same instance, you still got to go play the game. So respect, J. Cole. That's truth.
Okay. But you also, he goes on to say, but you know, my guy was Lane Kiffin. Now, let me ask you something, J. Cole. Who took Ole Miss into the semifinal game?
Pete Golden.
But not Lane Kiffin. Let me tell you why. Because your same dude, Lane Kiffin, was waiting around to see if Kalen DeBoer was going to fall. I had to sit back and sort of think about that. Is that what you want as a coach? Because we all know he wanted the Bama job. But Bama didn't want him for whatever the reason. And the reasons are many. The reasons are many. but the right fit. Well, Bishop, let me tell you something, Dan. I'm going to find it. When we come back, I'm not going to be able to do a second show today because today I forgot I've got a choir rehearsal this evening, and I won't be able to do the second show today, but I probably will do it tomorrow, the Lord willing. But Bishop, good old Paul Feinbaum said something that sort of caught me off guard that I didn't think Feinbaum would say. But I was looking at Twitter, and there was a little clip that he said that Lane Kiffin actually underwhelmed him. Nothing was like, wow, about Kiffin. What has he done? Bishop, that caught me off guard.
What has he built?
It caught me off guard. It literally caught me off guard.
Right. There's truth to it.
There's some truth to it. There's some truth to it. It really is. A lot of us, we want what we want because it's familiar.
Oh, yes, we do.
But some of us don't get what we need because we're not familiar with it. And some of us is really not willing to give it a chance to do what needs to be done. And then some of us, because we live in the microwave age, we want it done in 4 minutes or less. We're not willing to put it in the stove and letting the cake bake. We're not willing. And it shows with some of us. It shows. Number two, I'm going to show you another truth. Some of us are too busy comparing DeBoer with Saban. Stop the comparison. Those two men are about as different as daylight and dark. And what you can expect. Number three, another truth. Bishop, when Kalen DeBoer came, and somebody else put it up here. Hold up. Wait a minute. I think it was Ken the Bama fan. I got to, let me wait a minute. I didn't want to start it. It's something I think Ken the Bama fan said. Here we go. Boy, I got a good, I keep up with this chat. Dealing with NIL, dealing with the Exodus, and still winning. Dealing, to me, I'm going to say dealing with the transfer portal as opposed to NIL. Name, image, and likeness. I keep trying to tell y'all, it is not for everybody. Everybody doesn't get it like the way that we get it, like the way that we perceive it. But that transfer portal, I'm telling you now, that's where that's now it's getting dark outside all of a sudden. That's where it gets real edgy right there. It's the transfer portal. And to me, Bishop, that's what's Alabama's in the first part of, in the DeBoer reign, that was what was hurting him. 26 players left. Some were starters. Some could have been starters. You never can tell. They did not stick around. There's another truth to that, but I'm not going to get off into that truth because some folks are not ready for that conversation. But I will give a hint. Even if Coach Saban hadn't retired, there was still some tampering going on. But people don't want to address that part. Some people didn't just up and leave because Coach Saban left. Some people were tampered with, and they were made deals, and they fell for those deals, and they went for those deals. Some prospered, some didn't. But Bishop gave us an alarming statistic the other day. And what was that, Bishop? How many folks are still stuck in that portal?
7,900 player athletes from Division 1 to 3.
That's a lot of people. And Bishop, is it safe to assume, and it's growing?
Yeah, it's growing. Not only that, just think about this. A lot of kids that were high 5 stars and 4 stars that haven't touched the field thought that they could jump in there in some instance, and others were pushed out. It just it behooves us to really take a real truthful look at what we call the portal and find out how many different avenues and aspects play a part to support that said portal. Because it's alarming how many universities push some players out that, for whatever reason, they deem that doesn't fit the model moving forward, and we'll put it like that.
I'm just saying. But when Lance at Alabama, you see what he does when he got the guy. I saw when Nick Saban chewed his butt out a few times. He had to learn some things. All I'm saying is that be thankful for your present leadership.
Mm-hmm.
Be thankful. I'm thankful for it. And I am prepared for whatever, Bishop.
Yeah.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared for whatever.
Hey, Pete, you know what's so amazing? Would you take the Lane Kiffin now or the Lane Kiffin at USC back in the day?
See.
And when he had to go through his many fire tests to be the Lane Kiffin you have now, DeBorg is now going through his. Give him an opportunity to go through his and show that he's worthy of the moment.
Bishop, I want to ask a question though.
Go ahead.
The
Please
Lane
do.
Kiffin at USC and the Lane Kiffin you have now. What's changed?
A whole lot of experiences, good, bad, and indifferent, and wiser. Wiser from being able to experience them, make some mistakes, and grow from it, and learn from it, and learn the do's and don'ts, and realize that there's more to this. You can't just ride up on Monty Kiffin's shoulders. Yeah, that's his dad.
Oh, his dad was a beast, man.
Yeah, he's a beast. But
his dad was a beast.
Sometimes we, as our dad's kid, sometimes we can get boisterous thinking that we already have arrived and don't realize there's levels to this. And if there's levels to this, then I could do all things that strengthen. Well, guess what? That strengthen let you know you haven't. You're going to constantly be growing from faith to faith and glory to glory.
And something right here that stopped. I started, Bishop.
Go ahead.
Here we go. Is J. Cole and J. Cole? I thank you. I can appreciate your opinion. I can appreciate your truth right there. I'm just not getting hyped up with the board this season. Just got to see what he does. But I want to say this to old J. Cole, and I'm not here to change your mind, but I'm just here to kind of give a little pushback on what you just said. It's not about hype. It's about support. Because some people are hype, but in their hype, do they really support? Because when something goes wrong, the hype stops. But for those of us that support, it can be bad. And yes, we may be disappointed, but we will never demean.
We know it's a part of the game.
It's a part of the game. It's a part of the process. It's a part of it. Let me give you a good, for instance. When Kirby Smart first got to Georgia, were they championship ready?
Not even close.
Not even close. And it took him a few years to get there. Why? Because when he took over for Mark Richt, and let's just be honest here, there were times, no, I'm not running myself. Georgia, even under Mark Richt, was in SEC championship games against Bama. Just couldn't beat Bama. He beat others, but just couldn't beat Bama. That's what he was known for. But guess what? When Kirby got there, Kirby couldn't beat him either. And the one time that he beat Nick, oh, everybody was setting the world on fire. See, you was talking about hype there, J. Cole. That's what hype looks like. And when David Pollack sat on ESPN one night, come on, chat, y'all help me out with that night. Y'all remember that night that David Pollack looked Nick Saban in the face and said, this is Georgia's time now, and they are the new kids on the block. And y'all, does anybody remember the look on Nick Saban's face? Talk back to me, chat. Does anybody remember the look on Nick Saban's face that night when David Pollack looked at Nick Saban and told him that Georgia was now the team to beat and no longer Alabama? Can somebody tell me what happened that next year? Yeah, come on, Dr. Crystal. Come on,
Coach Crystal.
Come on, Coach. And not only that, went out there on the field, beat Kirby again, and then turns around, everybody, and retires, and you haven't heard anything else from David Pollack. Be careful what you say.
Don't push me because I'm close to the edge.
I'm just saying.
See, let me help everybody out. It's easy to talk, but when documentation beat conversation, there's nothing else can be said. Some have it, some don't. Some realize it and they live by it, and their fruit we get to see. And Nicholas Saban, he lived by it. He lived in that fire test zone, and he created anything that would try to run up against it. He was the fire marshal each and every time, even to come up with rat poison. Think about that. He knew the mentality and the social economic of our brains on how players, when they start gaining some actual footage and moving and winning, that it's easy to puff them up. But he knew when to also remind them you're not world beaters. And this team, you might can look at them like y'all, you got this, that, and the third. But if you don't play right, if we keep making these, and he'll pull up certain things throughout your season where you haven't got right, it humbles because he needs them to stay even keeled. That is forged by only by fire, living, and thought process.
And so, and that's all I'm saying is that y'all, that's my truth. Is that I'm willing to give a guy a chance, because when that came up in Twitter saying, I don't believe he was the right fit, and y'all go over there to Twitter and listen to it for yourself. He's not the right fit. There's another one. And hey, what's up, B Sharp? What's up, B Sharp? What it do, bro?
And they kicked me off of Twitter.
And I think B Sharp is going to be discussing it. That's why I'm not going into detail about it, because let B Sharp and them do that tonight. I heard him say
Luke B Sharp,
but there are other podcasters and other sportscasters and other sports writers and things like that are of the same accord of what something that Joel Klatt said, and I'm gonna leave it right there. And then you've got others, like I said, Paul Feinbaum, along with some of his crew, saying some stuff. But the Lane Kiffin Feinbaum tripped me out with that yesterday by saying that he was not impressed with Kiffin. He was not impressed. Now, for him to get off of the board soapbox for a minute and get on Kiffin was like, whoa, but that's what you get in the off season, because that's the season. As we get closer to the season, some opinions are going to change. They're going to change, so you got to catch it while you can, because they're going to change. Feinbaum changes with the wind. He just like Stephen A. Smith. They change with the wind,
Well, they have people above them that guide the narrative. Wink, wink. And that's all you need to say.
Now, I will say this, Sharp, B Sharp, and I'm gonna say this now. On the said subject matter, the proof is in the details. The truth is in the details. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just saying now, the truth is in the details. But I also get where Klatt is coming from. But his take, in my opinion, is not all the way valid. It's not all the way valid, because to me, he's cherry picking. But I'm gonna leave that for y'all to discuss.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna leave that for y'all to discuss.
But I want you guys to leave this just today. Think of this. There is in NIL, there is an opportunity to grow and to learn that they actually have left you a legacy, but you got to be willing to plug in and understand. Once you plug in and understand how it is played, you can change the narrative, and the legacy and your inheritance will be released. I'll just say that, and the rest will be in the Discord.
Yeah, we'll talk about it in the Discord and everything. But tonight, be sure and be
sharp.
Be sharp tonight, because they really going to discuss it. And I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. I'm Bishop. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sick of it all myself. I'm sick of it all. I really am.
No, I'm just it's It's the off season, and it's too easy. That's
Yeah.
like low hanging fruit. Is nothing else to talk about. So anything that can be put out there it becomes the main topic of the time. So that's
Mhm.
why I said I choose. Well, then, great. Why don't we use NIL to learn how money works and make
Uh-huh.
sure our children's children can set up a legacy and an inheritance moving forward?
Bishop, that's why I was talking to you once. You remember we had this discussion
Yep,
about I was talking about cryptocurrency and stock and
yep,
this,
yep,
that,
yep,
and
yep, yep,
third.
yep.
Those
Absolutely.
things are, and I'm gonna tell you what, y'all, and y'all might not want to hear this, but I'm gonna tell. I'm like my dude on Pastor Damon Red because from Be Heard. Things that that sports fans are gonna get mad at me for saying. I'm gonna say it
Say
anyway.
it anyway.
Man, y'all check this out. And I'm gonna say this in the sports world, cryptocurrency, silver, gold, precious metals, stuff like that
Blue.
runs heavy in the sports world. This is why I keep telling you all expand your thinking, expand it. These coaches are on to some stuff, man. I'm just saying, if you go do your homework on some stuff, I'm going to give you a, I'm going to give you a, I'm going to give you a, I'm going to give you a tip right here. There is a, and I'm using this as an analogy of what we're talking about. There is a app, not really, yeah, but yeah, there's an app, but there is a platform in cryptocurrency called Chili's. Just think Chili's, but it ends with a Z. Chili's has a whole lot to do with what we see in sports. You just don't see their name propped out there. SoFi has a whole lot to do with sports. So that's why I said that in our talk about sports, I bring all of this to the table. I bring everything to the table. But like I was just saying that it being DeBoer being the right fit. Well, guess what? He not just talked to guys about sports. He talked to these guys about life, as does Coach Saban. That's all I got to say about that. We don't know all of the details about what these coaches be talking to these players about. There's a reason that some of these guys, there's a reason some of these guys are very wealthy, like Bishop said, because somebody's teaching them. And they're listening. They're listening. They're listening. And
I'll,
so
I'll leave them with this. Remember the rule of 72. If nothing, you don't get nothing else. The rule of 72. Compound interest can keep your principal growing and you live off the dividend.
say that one more time
Booyah.
for those on the front row and in the middle there. But they didn't hear you, they wasn't paying attention.
Okay. A rule of 72 will allow you to utilize compound interest that keeps your principal growing and you living off the dividends only. So that when said time comes and you transition from eligibility out of time to depending on where you go in life, that now becomes a trust that you can now develop into something else. But the principle has grown to where what you started out with has multiplied. Sounds familiar? It sounds
Wow.
what the 1% does. Whatever they do, they make sure it multiplies. They don't add and subtract, they multiply.
I'm just saying, man, it is go. That's that. There you go. I'm just saying, man, that these coaches are doing the best that they can. Some of them are, some not. Some are underachieving. I will say that. But in some cases, though, Bishop, it's like what you said. You got to give them time. That's all I'm asking about with Coach DeBoer. Would they give this time? This is Alabama. Everybody talking about this is Bama. This is Bama. You got to do this. You got to do that. Blah, 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 blah. And we can just plug and reload. No, it's not quite that simple. Not in this particular dispensation. It's not quite that simple because people do have options. They've always had them, but now they are more accessible. Give the board time. That's all I'm saying. I believe he's the right fit. At first, I had my doubts. I'm not gonna lie to you. I had my doubts. I've already said I thought Kiffin was gonna get the job. I thought it. I'm not the only one that thought it. There were a lot of diehard Bama fans who thought Kiffin was going to get the job. But there's a whole lot of stories out there that, a lot of stories circulate. I don't know if they're true or false.
Right.
I don't know if they're true
Allegedly.
or false. I'm just saying. But I'm going to trust this process. And if the process fails, which I don't think it will, but if the process fails, I'll be the first to admit, hey, got it wrong. It won't be the end of the world. But test this out. Did Ryan Day get in there on his first go round? Nope. Did Kirk Signetti get in there on his first go round?
No.
Nope. Did Jim Harbaugh get in there on his first go round? No. And those are your last three natty winners, coaches.
Majority of them, it took them 4+ years to even build up to where they're even worthy of getting in. And DeBoer has been in already, and he's still growing.
Yeah, he's growing. He's growing into this, just like Saban did. Just like Saban did. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't like, to be honest with you, it wasn't like Saban was setting the world on fire when he was at Michigan State. And it wasn't like he was setting the world on fire even when he was at LSU. Yeah, he won one.
It took a while for him to win that. People don't remember that.
See, all we look at are championships, but we don't look at the process of stuff. Even when he was winning at LSU, it was hard. It was hard. Hard, very hard. Go back and see who won it the next year. That's all I'm going to say about that. So Coach DeBoer got that raise. Oh, he got the raise. But you know what, though, Carla? What's up, Melissa? Good to see you. Roll Tide. Can I tell you something? I believe that even if he hadn't got the raise, I think he was going to be trending anyway. I believe he was going to trend. I just saw some things happening within the off season that I saw, and I believe he was going to trend. He was going to be motivated, regardless. I'm just saying I won't pay all that. Okay, well, okay, J. Cole, we got that. We got that. But I think it's going to be okay. I think it's going to be okay either way it goes.
Here's what I would say is understand is what you got right now. Yeah. Either you get on board and pull on the same direction and, make sure he understands, hey, we're with you, but understand you have to be able to lead.
Yeah.
have to pay attention to the details because the actual details is what propels you to enter into said playoffs. And that's all we need to say.
See,
Because
and we're in a,
nobody's perfect and you're gonna hit some roadblocks, but it's how you react to those roadblocks and learn from it and make the necessary adjustments to move in said, i.e., playoffs.
yeah. And so we, you know, all I'm saying is trust the process. Trust this process. We're in a different time. And I'm gonna say this, and this is 2026, you know. Hold up. Hold up. I'm answering Coach Carl for just a second.
Go ahead.
Hold up. Right. I'm just saying, got to trust the process of it. And we're living in a different time. And this is 2026. Who knows within 10 years, this whole process going to be changed again. It's an ever evolving thing. It's evolving. I'm just saying it's evolving. The whole kit and caboodle is it changes. So nothing is the same. Nothing stays the same. It's like I said, it's an it's an evolutionary thing. It's an evolutionary process. So what you're used to now, within a 10-year span, okay, within a 10-year span, it's gonna be changed again. And you're gonna say, hey, why don't they just leave it alone? No, it's called evolution. And that's how it's gonna go. Bishop, go ahead. I got to do something right quick.
Okay. What I will do at this time is let you know we have the opportunity to set a course and be able to pull on something that oftentimes a lot of people overlook. You got to understand in this current time span, we, i.e., Oklahoma, Alabama, made the playoffs in spite of their offensive woes. What happens if said coaches that heads up those universities pay attention and make the necessary adjustments on said offense and hold their feet to the fire to make sure it keeps moving forward? What happens then? I'll wait.
J. Cole said, I know what you're saying, but you should wait and see for paying all that money. That's just me. Wait and see for what? What are we waiting on? Wait and see if he's going to win a natty?
No. J. Cole, I hear what you're saying, but was there just an attempt when Michigan went through their fire test? Was there some fire or some smoke toward them wanting your said coach? See, sometimes we don't know our blessing before us because we haven't looked at what's around it and how others are seeing who he is and seeing the potential they see in him. Be careful. Understand you haven't understand you guys are so blessed that you have sometimes you might take stuff for granted because you have been blessed by Nicholas Saban being able to be a fire tester and live in it, that he propelled national titles because he was willing to be the head of the curve and not allow anything to offset that. Now, with the board, he just got there. Has he made some mistakes? Yes. Anybody that's coming into a said situation following after Nicholas Saban, you were going to run across that because I cannot use his instruments because I wasn't built to use that. But I can glean from them. But that takes time for me to understand that there's certain things that he has done that I can glean from. But that's part of being a process of going through being a head coach. And that's why I said there's been times that us at Oklahoma, we would say we were in you guys' shoes, and boy, we were laying basing our head coach Brent Venables, but he told us I had to break it down to the studs. He said that, and but we're so in we so juiced from what we used to have that we just didn't want to give it the time because we're still trying to judge off of yesteryear, and yet we didn't give him the opportunity to build. Now that we have allowed him to build, now we see what he was saying, and we understand there's a timepiece that falls in this formula. And oftentimes as fans, we just we're spoiled. Let's just be honest. We're spoiled. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're spoiled. We've been so blessed to be in said championships, and you guys have been in national championships. But understand, even that comes to an end. And the hardest thing is now to push that boulder back up the said mountain to get back on top. And in that is a lot of hostility, a lot of frustration, a lot of, well, this is the standard that yes, it was the standard. But a said new coach, he has to develop his standard. Now, we can hold his feet to the fire. Yes. His said staff to the feet to the fire. Yes. But he still has to do it on the field. So trust the process.
And I'm gonna say this. With that being said, right quick, with Penn State and Michigan State, they were gonna bring that paper with them. So if you know some people fussing about 10 million, $12 million, well, Michigan was gonna bring that paper. And what I mean by that is there were gonna be some old stuff going on there. And when you got through adding it all up, trust me, they were gonna make it worth his while. Why? Because he's a good coach. And so, welcome to the stage, everybody. It's the one, it's the only, it's Johnny Taylor nephew, it's the dark one. What's up, Coach Dark? Where you at, Coach? Uh-oh, he must be busy writing a song. Must be singing.
Oh, my bad, man. You can't be telling for who my uncle is.
Well.
Hey, y'all put me on the spot then. What going on, everybody? How y'all doing out there?
Living large and supercharged. What's good? What's popping? What's is?
What's up there, Coach?
Not much, man. Just chilling. I was trying to get on at 8 o'clock. I couldn't find the link.
I sent it to that other one, but I'll send it to the one that I just sent you. I'll make a note of that.
But roll tide, everybody, man. I love to be here today, man. I see sharpshooter in the podcast. What's going on, B Sharp? Good conversation, man. I like it. I was one of the ones, man, that was like B9 Kalen the boy until I had to sit back and relax. Like I started relaxing and coming around, and I understand like year number one was rough. Year two, I felt a little bit better with him in the direction that the program was going. I just didn't like the fact that he was in on the verge of not controlling what was going on with the staff. The staff doing too much talking. Year three coming up, I can understand why they gave him the extension, and I like the way the extension is set up. The extension is this 3 year extension, but it's staggered with the biggest pay coming this year. Next year
Uh-huh.
the pay drops, and year third 23rd the pay drops again. So they just keep going down and down and down and down to get him the buck of his salary now, and then next year. So if anything happening, they get rid of him, they won't end up paying no more than $17 million. So I'm cool. I'm cool with that. The way they give him $12 million this year, $11 million next year, and then it's 9 and 8 million after that. So
It's
perfect,
gonna be
man.
interesting. But you know what, Coach? I'm glad you're on here because we got a few minutes left. But the contract that intrigues me is Derek Nix.
You want to
Uh,
know why? You want to know why Nick's contract is so nice?
Go
why is
ahead.
that?
Because that man gonna recruit Alabama first,
Hmm.
and
Say that
everybody
again for
else,
the people in
and
the back.
everybody else is on that staff. They don't recruit Alabama first. They recruit everything else, and they come back to Alabama last. Now you see these guys bringing in. He brought in a guy that recruit Alabama first. I'm
Uh-huh.
hearing some. I'm hearing some sprinkles that he about to bring in another coach that's gonna recruit Alabama first. A linebacker coach that's gonna recruit Alabama first.
Uh-huh.
And they bringing in guys that gonna hit Alabama, Mississippi, then Georgia, because a lot of time, man, they overlook all the talent that's right here in their face within 2 hours apart, where
Uh-huh.
the fan base gonna show up, right? So
Right.
if I'm a coach in Mississippi and I go recruit your grandson, I know your whole family coming to the football games.
Facts.
Doggone right.
The whole
Facts.
school, system, right? Just
Uh-huh.
about coming
Facts.
to the football game. It's
Facts.
more important than me going out here getting your grandson, which is the same talent as somebody in New Jersey or New York, and then I only get two or three fans a game to come home to the stadium. I want the 50 to 60 fans a game, right? That
Uh-huh.
pour in more money for the football program. So Bama is starting. Kalen is starting to realize that. But kudos to Courtney Morgan. He the one doing all the hiring, man. Kalen
Right.
is doing what he's supposed to do. He's the CEO of everything. He's just managing the football program, and he letting his staff do all the work.
Right.
Which I'm starting to understand now why he doing it. He turning it to a more like an NFL type of program where we bring them in, we develop them. We got guys doing all the work scouting. We got Courtney Morgan building these teams and going out and putting all these teams together. And then all I have to do is sit down here and make it work. So I like it, man. I didn't
Uh-huh.
at first, but I like it. Only thing I don't like, he got to shut up some of them damn coaches, man, so they can just shut the hell up and just and just coach football. Stop all that talking. Stop all that dancing and stuff on social media and just coach football, man. In the new era of football we're in today, I see it, man. Like I walked away from the game and went and started talking to a lot of recruits. These kids don't care about hard nosed coaches, man. If you hard nosed riding they back coaches, a lot of these kids going somewhere else with a coach laid back, fun and friendly. Like that's why you starting to see most of these guys not commit to Georgia. Cause Kirby is still on that hard nosed type of defensive program, and he rides you hard. So every chance they get to have a little fun, they go out there having fun. So that's why you get a whole lot of DUIs and stuff like that, because the kid finally get a chance to have fun, and they going out having fun, not
Yeah.
knowing that hey, call a damn Uber. But they want to get in the fast cars, go out there and have fun.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm of the persuasion, and uh and I'm gonna say this, and because I want Coach Carter give a shout out to his to the crew there. But having watched Rep One and knowing what's some of the pertinent details of what's happening, there are a lot of kids that if they're going to Alabama first, if that's what's happening, which just simply means, like you said, Alabama, the state of Alabama, and particularly UA has lost a lot of kids out of state because they did not recruit them. They wasn't interested, and those things that needs to stop because we have some good talent. I'm privy to with certain footage of different guys, on different places, and I'm gonna tell you what. If I was right over there, UA, man, I would be, listen, I would be knocking on Coach Carl door every day. He and his wife would get tired of me. What you got for me today? What you got for me today? Who you got? What you got? And things like that, because the talent is there. And I'm gonna tell you something else while I'm at it. And just hanging around Coach Carl, understanding how all of this works and everything. Tell you what, now you understand why grades are important, knowing how all of this works and everything. So I'm just shouting out Coach Carl and them for just showing me what to look for and trying to, break all of this down and to make it all make sense, because there's more to it than just getting out there, getting in a 4.25 or a whatever flex and this, that, and the third. There's more to it than that. It's a method to it. There's a method to all of the madness, and these players have to be able to pick it up. Where there are players out there that can pick it up, and they picking up what you putting down. They picking it up. They're just asking for the opportunity, and so I like that. And so what Coach Carl is saying is right. I just want to see him get on out there and do the doggone thing this year. But I think that they will. And I said it from the word go, Coach. You've heard me. Bishop has heard me. You all in the chat have heard me. I've already said Bama's going to be surprisingly good this year. Even though they're young now, but there will be some experience. And they're going to be one of those teams. Coach, I'm going to let you shout out, well, what you're doing here in just a second. But Bama's going to be one of those teams this year that as they go, they're going to be picking up steam, and they're going to knock some teams off that they've been predicted to lose to. Mark my word on that. They're going to be predicted to lose to some teams, some games, and they're going to end up winning those games. And that's how the monkey wrench is going to get thrown into some stuff. So, but go ahead, Coach. Shout out what you doing, man.
Oh man, like we ain't doing a whole lot, man. At Rep One, what we do is we go out there and try to identify all the kids that don't nobody pay attention to. So if you got a kid, you saw a kid running down the street with a basketball in hand, you heard of a kid in your neighborhood that pitched well, whatever sport they play. If you heard that they were the truth in your neighborhood, you go on Rep One, you sign them up, and we'll send somebody out there to evaluate them. Right? We got I can't even lie to you, man. This stuff that these guys are putting together is tremendous. I can't call no names, but it's
Yeah.
tremendous. When I say tremendous, it's tremendous. We got former damn pro players. We got former college superstars that didn't make it to pro, but we got former college coaches. Like it's a lot of folks inside of Rep One that taking the opportunity to look at your kids and put your kids in the hands of other coaches that are currently coaching. Like I hate to be the one to say it, man. Like if you go on X and you pay attention to the X account, and then you start seeing kids now, every time they get a offer, every time they get an invite to a school, they tagging Rep One in it because they sign up for the Rep One profile, and coaches logging into a Rep One and picking up the phone, calling kids and inviting kids to camp. Like this is the only platform that I know of to this day that do not charge a child or his family a dime to represent them.
Right.
Like we don't charge a penny. You sign up, it's totally free. We got these guys in there, Mean John, Marvin, Justin, Petty. We put this thing together. Man, with y'all help, with y'all thoughts and y'all prayers, it's starting to show up and starting to work. Yeah, we got this thing working, man. So if y'all know kids that y'all know they need the help, it don't matter what grade they in,
That's
we
right.
trying to help them.
That's
Just
right.
go on, just go on there on rent1exposure.com, sign them up, let their parents know it's totally free. Only thing that they're gonna be charging for lately, it's coming soon, will be a bunch of programs that colleges asking us to put together.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some college coaches that ask us to put a bunch of programs together, and they're gonna charge, but it ain't gonna be much. It's probably gonna be $5, $10, 20 at the most. But these are programs that colleges want these kids to go through in high school. So by the time they get there and start talking about NIL deals and stuff like that, they'll be able to, communicate themselves on NIL instead of going out here and trying to hire all these expensive agencies.
Right. Now, Coach, he did now. Somebody else that's on his staff, he didn't call, and you looking at me.
Yeah, I forgot about P. Piano Man is
listen. I work
P,
behind the scenes, y'all. I work
P,
behind the scenes.
Piano Man is our Mississippi coordinator, our Central Mississippi coordinator.
I, I work.
I forgot P. I gotta
Don't
put
worry
you in.
about it, man. Hey, I just do
I
what I
actually gotta
do.
sing. I gotta sing you the contract too. So
Oh
let
yeah,
me
send me my contract. And,
let
and
me
listen
go.
here. And in my contract, I want you to make sure, please, make sure that there is a clause in it that me and Stephen Hicks get a stake somewhere along the line.
A
Can you work
state,
with that, Stephen?
How can
We
I
gotta
get in?
got
a
work
state.
that in there somewhere to me,
Don't leave
Stephen Hicks,
me out.
and Bishop. We
Hey,
got to get that
if
stake
it
in there.
come, if it come down to steaks, man, food wise, you can get it. You can get it
Okay, thank you.
when you want
Thank
it.
you.
When
We
you want the
appreciate it.
steak.
Stephen, I
When
told you I was gonna look out
hey,
for you, Stephen.
I
Bishop,
tell
we
you,
got it. We got
what
this.
game?
Okay.
You tell me what game you coming to next year. I'll make sure I'm in Tuscaloosa. We will get a steak before the game. I hope it's an evening game because I ain't trying to come. If it's an early morning game, I'm giving away the ticket. I'm just telling you like that. If it's 11 o'clock game, unless it's a big time game, I'm giving away the ticket. I'm not
Okay,
coming up there and burn up in that heat.
I already told you, man. I'm getting with them. We're looking at the first game, but they haven't given away. They have not given the time away, as into, what time that first game start. Because I'm telling
Make
you
it
now, it's
make
like
it
what
to the
we had
first.
at A-Day.
Make it
I
to
was sitting
come
over
to the
there
Florida.
melting like,
Come to the
huh?
Florida State game, man. Come to the Florida State game. Don't go to the first game because it's probably gonna be at noon.
The
It's
Florida
gonna be
State
hot.
game gonna be at night, huh?
Florida State
It's,
game gonna be at night. Come to the FSU game, and then we
see,
can click up. We can click up early. Go somewhere. Sit down. I'll pay for the steak.
okay,
You just tell me
we
what
got you.
steakhouse you want to go to. I don't care what size you want. You can get a quarter. You can get a quarter house if you want to.
Okay. I want porterhouse myself. I want a porterhouse. B. Sharp said in his contract, see, you always gonna have that one somebody who doing too much. He go with a brand new car
You get
every
what?
year, porterhouse steak and a 50K pay. Man, I ain't even asked for that. All I asked was a
Well, you know.
porterhouse
Well, you
steak.
know what? I'll tell you like that. Him B Sharp. You gonna have to wait 5 years, dog.
Oh my goodness. Coach, you
Hey,
got a
but
request
Coach
over
Carl,
here.
hey, we appreciate you with all you guys are doing. Really do.
Coach, look, here goes Susan talking about stop by and pick me up since you go past by my house. And
I
Melissa
got
said,
you. Hey, that ain't no that ain't no problem, Susan. You can definitely ride with me.
yeah.
You can definitely ride with me. I got you.
And then here go Melissa says she want a Texas Tomahawk.
Man, that
Boy,
tomahawk hit so different, but I can't eat all that meat. So with my diet program that I'm on, I buy the steak and watch y'all eat it. But I'm a chicken. I'm a chicken guy. I can't eat. I can't eat all that. I gotta have
well,
something that gonna digest real fast, so I don't have to worry about that fat sitting on his belly. I'm trying to get rid of his belly. I lost everything but the belly. I don't have Piano man, we all grown. I don't have no more titties. I got a chest now.
I hear you, man.
All right, Coach Carl, we hear you loud and clear.
Steven says he wants to munch on Bevo steak. I know what he got on his mind.
Oh, I
Oh, I
know
know
what
what
you
he got
got
on his
on your mind.
mind.
Hey, I hear you loud and clear.
Loud and clear that Stephen Hicks. That's why I told Stephen Hicks we got this. That's all we ask. That's all I'm asking for in my contract is for a steak for Stephen Bishop, myself, now Melissa. We got this. You know, we you know tomahawks, porterhouse, ribeye. Because I think
We
Stephen said he wanted a ribeye.
we'll take care of it. We
Thank
in the
you.
process. We in the process of doing some amazing things, man, for kids. I promise. It's gonna take time because I keep telling John like we ain't rushing through it, man. We gonna wait and we gonna wait and let God do it. Cause
That's it.
whatever God does, it lasts longer. And a lot
Oh,
of time, you try to push yourself too fast,
mhm.
and then you miss your blessing. So we're gonna walk through this thing slowly but surely, and every turn God give us, we're gonna make that turn.
That's
And
it.
Oh, wait a
that's
minute.
gonna be it
Hey,
and
P,
it on.
be led. You talking about being led, huh, Coach Carl?
Hey man, everything I do is led by Christ. I don't do
There you
nothing
go.
on my own. If God give me a vision, I tell it to who He tell. Like I could be sitting in the house and be on the computer listening to music, and then I just be zoned out because the Lord will be telling me something, and I was ignoring it for years, dog, years.
Mhm.
And the Lord came to me, slapped me across the head. I had migraines. I couldn't get rid of the migraines. I was going day after day after day, riding on the highway with shades on. I couldn't see. I had to pull over every 2 hours and take a nap because I was losing my vision from my migraine. So the Lord put me in the hospital, slowed me all the way down. When I mean slowed me all the way down. And once I slowed down, I looked, I started seeing what He was telling me. First, He told me I need to get out of the truck. Then He started telling me that you're already coaching football, you're wasting your time driving trucks. You need to start pouring out your love and your attention to youth. So I started pouring out the love and attention to youth, and then He gave me an ideal about going out here trying to help the underrated kids, a lot of these disenfranchised kids, the poverty kids that have all the talent in the world but never gonna be seen because the parents are never gonna have enough money to take them to the camp. And not that they don't have the money, they utilize the sources to get money to buy Jordans. So they don't prioritize their kids. They prioritize their kids' looks, but not their athletic ability. So we just started. I was reaching out to people and everybody. Most of y'all know Piano Man. Every podcast I came on, I was just shouting out kids from this area about, man, y'all come down here, y'all check them out, check them out, check them out. Please check them out. When nobody come, B Shark came, but B Shark came down there one night and he was enjoying the game so much he ain't take no pictures, he ain't get no video. And then John came. John brought a camera. John started taking pictures, started taking videos, started posting kids. And then when he started posting kids, hey man, coaches started showing up down here, checking out kids. And we got one guy that went out west. We got one guy that went on the north side, and then now we got multiple kids coming from this area, man, that being scouted. Crazy part about mine's 10th grade linebacker got his first offer yesterday, and they weren't even supposed to offer him yet. But he got his first offer yesterday, and we got 30 other kids in there that got invites from Rep One. They got invite Ace Davis down there in Mobile that plays at what Ace plays at LaFleur. That kid is phenomenal. Probably the best wide receiver unknown in the state of Alabama. Runs a 4.43 40. He's small stature, kind of like Jalen Water, but he's a phenomenal freak. He got his second invite to camp. Once he show up, he gonna get a scholarship offer. I guarantee you. The kid is phenomenal. His only issue is he got to work on his attitude. And other than that, man, Everybody know Piano Man. You saw Kalen Ballard. Caleb
Uh-huh.
Ballard is the hottest name in football right now.
Yeah.
Kid came down
Right.
there to the camp. Me and Piano Man sat down there and talked to him, interviewed him. Piano Man did a spotlight him on his channel. We did a spotlight him on Rep One. The kid now had 32 scholarship offers from every major program in America,
Mm.
and he came from nowhere to everywhere. When Piano Man did the spotlight on his show, Mississippi, and Justin sent him to Mississippi State. His Mississippi State offered him the first time they saw him, and then after Mississippi State, everybody started offering him. So all
Yeah.
we gotta do, man, is keep on grinding together as a team.
Hmm.
Y'all sending us, we'll send them to the staff. The staff send them all to coaches. Coaches call them in, they interview them in, and I promise you, dog. Once they interview these folks, these kids, they love them. They start
Yeah.
offering
Well,
these kids scholarships, and then it makes the whole team that we doing, man, look. It makes us look good, but it ain't us, man. It's just God giving us a ability to connect the people and getting the kids the opportunity to get seen by people that would never pay attention to them. So
yeah.
I just thank the Lord, man, for all the connection that we made. You too,
Yeah.
Bishop, man. I really do thank the Lord for all the connections we made, all the friends that we have,
Yeah.
all the associates that we have, and all the invites that we get into different, different venues, man. And we mingling with a lot of good people, and God putting us in places where we don't have to worry about the riffraff for the crowd. We only, like, I honestly, we only mean good people. I hadn't seen nobody yet that we met that came in and say, "Hey man, we want to own you, or we want to do this and we want to do that." Everybody come in and say, "Man, we like what y'all doing for these kids, man. We want to be a part of helping these kids get succeed in life. We
Yeah.
want to change the narrative. We want to get these kids out the streets and try to put these kids in schools. Like most of the people we bump into, man, that's all they care about, and I love it, man. So I thank God every morning I wake up, every night before I go to bed, for putting us in a position where we can help kids.
Not only that is the fact of the matter is it's time out. It's our children and understanding all they need is an opportunity. And what they do with that opportunity
Hmm.
will change the world. So you are a world changer. So I'm decreeing and declaring it that what you do to the little of him, you do unto the rest of us. And I want to thank you for Tristan Megatron Moore. We had no idea what this young gentleman brings to said university. And I want to humbly thank you because understand a lot of times these individuals would go unnoticed because they're not in the mainstream.
And I listen, Bishop, man. I tell everybody, we we at damn Rep One didn't do anything for Christian. Now John came down, took pictures of Christian and posted Christian. He did that. Christian was already being known, been finding his own groove because his sophomore year he was in Georgia, man, 5 times on private visits in Georgia. His junior year he went 5 times. Schumann, Glenn Schumann never offered him a scholarship. Then Schumann sent him a message that said that, we feel like it's other kids in the class that was better than you, so they didn't want to take the opportunity to offer him. And then Christian came back. He felt real bad. He actually had tears in the eyes. He was about to cry. I told him, "Don't do it, bro. We're gonna work. We're gonna come in. We're gonna work. We're gonna put this stuff on film, and every day in practice we'll be working. I have somebody recording. I get the video from my work phone, then I send it out to coaches, and just kept sending the coaches, sending the story behind the scene, and then coaches started listening. Coaches started calling. Coaches started showing up because they didn't understand that this kid was 6'2", man, 215, run down 4.40s, and he ran a 4.740 with a torn down hamstring. And it was like, ain't no way this kid torn hamstring moving that fast. He played a whole season with a damn torn groin most of this year. Whole season. Had over 100 tackles at wheel linebacker. And he was basically playing both linebacker position. He was making all the checks. He was overrunning. He was outrunning the damn Mike linebacker because the Mike linebacker was a half a step too late, and he would beat him to the punch every time. So when they started realizing how special that guy was, people started calling. Oklahoma was smart. They kept messaging him privately. Got a cell phone on him. They would message him privately. Nagy was sitting down there just texting him, watching film on him every Friday. And Nagy was watching the whole games. Then Nagy would tell him what he liked about it and what he didn't like about it. And Marvin was watching this whole game, man. Marvin was talking to Todd Bates. Bates would tell Marvin what correction that Christian need to make, and then Marvin would tell me. Christian started making correction. They started really seeing what was going on. So Oklahoma was evaluating him. It didn't have nothing to do with us. It was just him taking the information that a coach was giving another guy that used to coach football and played college football, and then that guy was giving it to me, and I was giving it to Christian, and we would go out there in the field and do exactly what they said. And then every Friday, they were seeing that he was doing exactly what they wanted, and that's when Oklahoma like, shit, if he progressing like that at 1 year playing linebacker, we might well go ahead and grab him. And on his birthday, they called off him a scholarship. He posted it on the internet, and then Auburn, Alabama, LSU, Tennessee, like everybody started inboxing me on Twitter, asking me, can they get information on Christian? And I said no, because he shut his recruiting down. I said, call Oklahoma. I said, that's Nagy guy. You call Nagy and get Nagy to give you information on. I started blocking him, man, turning it down because you didn't pay attention to this kid until somebody else did. And when he committed, now you want to be a part of it. No, I don't want to be a part of it. Don't call me, don't talk to me about the kid. You want to talk to me about anybody? I got plenty more kids you can talk to me about. But this one right here, I want to talk to him about it. So y'all did y'all job evaluating that kid, and y'all gonna have a special kid. I'm telling you, that kid gonna work his ass off. Nobody gonna outwork him. And when he feel like he ain't doing something wrong, he gonna come and ask the coach, like, coach, what I did wrong here? And what I gotta do here? Because he a kid that love the game, he understands the game, and he wanna make everybody around him happy. He wanna see the whole fan base happy. He wanna see the whole community winning. And he gonna give it all to make sure that community wins. It's not about him. It's about everybody around him. He like to see everybody around him succeed. So y'all got a winner. Now I'm talking about a certified dog as a winner.
I hear you. But Coach, I really enjoy doing what I do for you all, working with you all. I get a lot of ideas from you all, working on one right now. Hopefully I can pull this off. And it will be, I will call this my Rep One debut, if you will. If I can pull this, if I can pull this off. But next week, though, Coach, I will be filming the young man that I sent your way. I'm going to be filming his spring game next week, and everything. So I'm coming into my own as that part of what I do now. I realize where I am. I do this because I was not, when I was their age, when I was this young man's age, I was not afforded that opportunity because of circumstances. And what God has given me is another chance to do this, but just do it in another capacity. Because that day of football is past and gone for me, and I may be good for maybe one or two plays, and I'm out. You pull me out, I'll be like Daniel Hill was last year. Take me out, coach. Just being honest. But I love doing this and everything and learning about it. And it's a learning experience, y'all. It's a learning experience. It's not something that you just up and just start doing. No, it's more to it than that. It's more to it. So I'm just saying that I appreciate it, Coach, and for you just you and Jonathan allow me just to hang out with y'all. And I still got footage, and I'm going to have to put it all together, show y'all some footage from when I was in my at that camp there, Bishop, back in February, I think it was. And man, that was cool. That was cool. You know.
And
Come on, Twister.
I gotta go on to this PT, but hey man, it's a bunch of more stuff that we got on down the line. We're waiting on this stuff for Mississippi State to come through. Once this stuff from Mississippi State come through, man, we're gonna be at a lot of stuff, a lot of games in Mississippi State, man. So be prepared. Be prepared, Pete, because a lot of time I'm not gonna be able to go. So I'm sending you everything to do in Mississippi. We sending it your way. So be prepared, man. You and Justin, y'all gonna be tag teaming a lot of stuff going on in Mississippi. So let me run inside this PT, and then I'll get back in the chat and listen, man. But I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, brothers, man.
Love you.
Love you too, bro. Love you too. And we'll listen. Good to see you, Twister. Roll Tide, bro.
Roll Tide, gentlemen. Salute to you, Bishop, man. Man, just recovering from yesterday, man.
Oh yeah. Man, that weather wasn't no joke, and I'm going to have to go over there and see what's happening. No, I'm not. I'm not even going in that direction. I'm just going to tell God thank you for what he didn't allow to happen over here. And but if people from Purpose might need me, I'm just 8 miles away. That's just like 8 Mile Road right there. I hit the back road and just keep it moving across Black Creek, and I'm there. And so I'm good.
You got that taste I texted you last night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And bro, it got bad over there. But man, God saw us through one more time.
Amen to that, man. It came out of nowhere. It came out of nowhere, man. It was hailing. I'm talking about it was lightning bolts, like just flashing all over the sky. Like it's just like flashing all over. Then it started hailing. It started hailing, and
that hail came down, but you can tell now if you were driving in it, it got kind of that was kind of bad. That's kind of bad. So, but we finna get up out of here, Twist. And
I was just talking about
head to the coast here in a minute.
Come again?
I've got to head to the coast here in a minute. So we're getting ready to get up out of here. I saw you in the chat and everything, but I know you're working and all that good stuff. So.
Actually, I'm at the house. I'm off today.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, you was out late last night, bro, fighting all that there.
I'm gonna ask you, just don't drive through a tornado. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
That's bad business.
Well, you be safe out there. I think it's supposed to rain again today.
Yeah.
And you going down there in the water too?
It's a bummer, but we'll be
okay. Yeah, like I said, Mississippi, man, need to change this to the rainy state.
Man, it got crucial down there, but I just wanted to share, just share some things this morning, and again, we're thankful about we're thankful for what God has allowed us to come through, and him being good to us, and we're here, and just up, as Bishop say, we up and at 'em. We cracking at the crack of dawn. And so we're just what we were doing okay. Yeah, we saw a fake goat, y'all. Anyway, I went for y'all in that Indiana game and you lost. Bunch of fakes.
Hey, the long run Discord is open.
Yeah.
So, hey, please sign up. It is free, and I'm not going to say 99. It is free.
No. It brought much confusion last night, Bishop. Kind of brought some confusion. So so it's just free. Thank you. Bishop, I'm still tickled about that one from last night, man. That was
Yeah,
funny. That was
yeah.
funny.
They say $3.99. No, I said free. FREE 99. And then I realized, you know what? When you say it quickly, it can sound like 3. So yeah, we're just gonna say free.
Free, like nothing. So it just long run Discord, be over there. Hey man, and it's real nice. It's real nice. And so, but Twister, give us some parting words, bro. You ain't been here in a couple of days.
Yeah, been working like crazy, man. Just been working. Just thank God to see I'm up to see another day above ground.
Uh-huh.
Just thank God for y'all for praying for me and Piano Man down in Hattiesburg, man. It was, yeah, man. It's like I said, this is why Piano Man keeps shouting everybody out on the road, man. Cause this right here was dangerous. Me out there on the road, getting caught up in a storm like that, and just making sure everybody get they stuff and stuff out there for what they ordered and stuff, and it's some dangerous stuff, man. People just don't understand. Like
Mhm.
people like me, Icebox, Bino, whoever out there on the roads, man, especially
Yeah,
in weathers like this, it's
yeah,
it's bad, man. But thank God I'm here, man. I know I came in at the back end of it. I think y'all was talking about recruiting, getting kids, to play in sports and stuff. I think that's what I heard. And praying for William Bryan's sister. Hope she's okay. And
yeah.
we all still praying for his sister. Hope she recovers. God is able to do all things. That was in. And Bishop, man, salute to your brother. Good luck for checking on me, bro. And I'm doing all right. Just been working like crazy, bro.
I
And
know.
yeah, man. I'm just glad y'all safe, man. Because every time stuff like this happen, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Because I always be concerned about your aunt, and I was just trying to make sure you good, even though I was in a crazy storm. But I always look out for my brothers, no matter what I be. I know I'll be fine, as long as my brothers over here fine too, as well, man. Because
And I
first thing I
appreciate
hear about some weathers, man, I'm always gonna check, see how you doing.
yeah, and where Twister was, Bishop, I'm gonna show you the seriousness of it. And Bishop, well, when the storm was coming from the west, yeah, obviously, it was moving eastward. Twister was in the middle of an eastward storm. Um, and Twister, what I did not tell you a few weeks ago, we had a bad storm system that came in, and I was coming from the coast, but I cut through instead of me coming up 49, just going to straight north and south. I cut on the back way and hit 57 coming from the coast and got on 98 and hit east and west with, going that way, coming towards Hattiesburg. And the
Mm.
storm made me turn back because I couldn't see. I couldn't see. So when you're on that 98 corridor like that, and the storm is coming east and west, Bishop is one of the most. And if you ever hear Bishop, I'm not gonna take you. I will not take you. Take you over there during the storm. I will take you there when the sun is shining. But
No,
you see
don't
exactly,
take him over there.
bruh, you will see exactly what we're talking about of how dangerous it can be riding that particular highway in a storm.
Be
Piano
led.
man, it got so
Hey,
bad. It
hey,
got so
let me
bad.
let you
Go
know.
ahead. Go ahead.
Be led. Hint, hint. Be led. I'm
Oh
good.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Um, Piano man, it got so bad. They was under the bridge. They was
yeah,
under the bridge, crawled it up under the bridge. Then you want to get out.
yeah,
It was yeah. It
yeah.
was just like you could see nothing but white. And
No,
then
it's bad on that particular highway, Bishop. I'm telling you this, Bishop. Even in just regular rain, that
Wow.
particular highway, sir. No, I
yeah.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I just wouldn't.
Wow.
So, Twister, I'm thankful that the Lord let you come through. I didn't know you were on 98, bro. Bro, woo, 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 woo. That's and many a person has had many an accident on that highway
Um,
in rain, in
I
storm.
forgot, and I want to tell you this too. My coworker, me and him, been talking, been kicking it. Like, he told me he got caught up in it, and it knocked him on the ditch. He got on the ditch of the road, but God blessed him. He pulled through out of there. Because I tested when I made it back to my job, to the terminal. I tested. I said, "Bro, you still alive?" Just a text. Just ain't no joke or nothing. It was just like, "Bro, you alive?" He said, "Just barely." I kind of looked down at the text. I'm like, "Barely." I'm like, "Oh God." I said, "I just went through that sucker, man." He said, "I got caught up in it." Guy into a ditch and he got pulled out. He pulled himself out and drove like it wasn't nothing. And yeah, man, these jobs we do, man, every day. That's why I always pray before I get up, pray before I take these highways, man. It ain't just you looking at the traffic on the interstates and the highways, man. It's about the weather too. Because I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell you this too. God is letting everybody know he's still in charge. And he mean business. Whatever y'all got going on in y'all life, man, y'all better get it straight because it could have been somebody killed yesterday.
that's
And
it.
it's just oof.
Yeah.
That was crazy, man. Yeah.
We,
So he's
we,
doing all right. He's probably at work today now.
yeah,
Just be safe out there, y'all.
I hear you. So we appreciate you, Twister, and everything that
Yeah.
you do,
Appreciate
bro.
you.
We miss you here
Man,
when
look,
you're not here. And today was just Truthful Thursday, but tomorrow Free Fall Friday. And we're supposed to do 2 shows today, but we're not. But the Lord willing, we just may either do 2 shows tomorrow or do a show tomorrow. And I may sneak one in Saturday. Just be on the listen. Just be on the listen out because a lot of that's going to depend on my schedule and everything. Because I do have some things coming up. But as Bishop tells me all the time, just be led. And I try to be led. Everything what the Lord says do. And like what Coach Carl said, when the Lord, whatever the Lord leads you to do, is going to last longer. And so when this hand is in it, it lasts. So with that being said, Bishop, give a parting word or two, bro.
Yeah. What I would like to let you know is that you've been chosen. So if you're chosen, you must give thanks that someone chose you to be the champion he's called you to be. And no matter what format or vehicle you're in, he blessed you with said vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Hint, hint. So live in it and understand you were chosen. So then you are an ambassador for the kingdom. And understand we all go through fire tests. We all have flaws. And understanding we can all glean from one another and be each other's, get each other's backs. The bottom line is if you don't first know him for yourself, you can't see what the blessings he's bestowed upon you. Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom. Coach Carl, congratulations, my brother.
man.
Uh, his 2028 linebacker got offered yesterday. And so we want to say
Awesome. Congratulations.
congratulations, coach. And
Congratulations, roll tide, bro.
roll tide to you. And we whatever that young man does, we just believe the best is yet to come. Again, I want to thank all for everyone for coming. I want to thank the 401k crew, the Gumbo Chefs, Bishop, Twister, uh, uh, Governor in his absence, Coach Carl, Lady Latoya, and KT. Just be thankful for everyone. Continue to keep KT in your prayers. There will be more about that later, but continue to keep KT in your prayers, her and her family. Also, just remember that Be Sharp comes on tonight And I'm going to take the liberty and say it's 6 p.m. this evening. So be sure let's go support our brother. Now I'm telling you now, if I come on, it'll be late because I do have choir rehearsal after 10. But if not, hey, Be Sharp and crew gonna make sure that that's handled straight. Now I heard him put in there. Let's make sure you don't say the K word. Don't say the K word. Gotta be careful of the K word. And so let's be careful of that. So whatever B Sharp is asking us to do and not to do, let's just follow that. And that's the end of our show. Now, 6 p.m. I'm gonna put that up here right quick. 6 p.m. So 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. And I know
Appreciate you, Sharpshooter.
And so it's going to be on and popping over there at the Sharpshooter Sports Talk, not podcast, sports talk. See, I was there when he changed that. So, but it's still showing podcast. But anyway, but everything's well. That's our show for today. The Lord willing, we'll be back here tomorrow. Y'all know the drill and what I say, but today we ended a little bit different. And that's this here. And Bishop was telling us about going after the blessings and be thankful for the blessings that God have, for us. And I'm just going to end it with this. And I'm just going to say this. And Stephen said, I'm not Jewish, so I'll say, peace be with you in the name of Jesus Christ. And we got that, Stephen, but guess what? That's still Jewish, bro.
Hey, stay in your process. I got you. You good with me, fam. Hey, let him go through his
but Stephen, I got you, bro. But I'm not used to you saying that. That's not what I'm used to. But
I know. Hey,
I can get with that.
Hey, nothing but love. We hear you, Stephen.
We appreciate you, B Sharp, Stephen, B Sharp. Something B Sharp just said, make sure y'all support Piano Man and the crew because y'all brothers doing an awesome job. We salute you, sir. Because, hey, B Sharp, I say it all the time. You're the one who helped me to understand this kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in, and everybody can get something to eat. Now, that came from B Sharp, and that's where I got that from. So thank you, and I salute you.
Roll Tide to you, B Sharp, man. God bless you, bro.
Roll Tide, brother. But I'm going to end it on this note today. And just remember, Piano Man don't know everything. I just know what I'm talking about, okay? But I'm going to end it with this. And this is something that I end a lot of my services with sometimes, Bishop. And I hope that you can appreciate this. But I often say, is that it says, the Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. And the Lord turn his face towards you and give you shalom. That's how I end my services sometimes.
Nothing broken and nothing missing.
Exactly.
That's shalom.
And so we want y'all to receive that and receive the best that God has for you. And so with that being said, we wish you Godspeed, and we bid you nothing but the best. But for everybody, Bishop, everybody else, with the exception of the Alabama Crimson Tide, on behalf of the No Mercy crew and the voice of the No Mercy was Stephen Hicks, we wish you nothing but the absolute worst. We still got to get that in there because that's our plug, man. But thank you for today. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And don't forget, be sharp this evening. Be there, be square. Oh, and by the way, the Discord is now open. It's never closed. It's open. So get on over there. Bishop waiting on you. Yeah, I'm putting that on you today, Bishop. You got it, dog. So everybody have a great day. Thank y'all for coming. Continue to be safe there, Twister. I'll let y'all in a little bit. But last one to the Discord is a rotten egg. And we'll talk to you in a minute. All right. Y'all have a great day.
Roll Tide, fellas.
And roll Tide.